Welcome back to another tutorial. This time we're doing a female to male makeup, which can come in handy during cosplay, or if you want a more masculine look for your everyday life. With this makeup we're gonna work a lot with harsh angles and make our face more angular. But first we always start with foundation, just so we have a clean canvas to work with. Next up is our eyebrows. Brows can be key for this look. We want them to appear more bushy and natural and not necessarily darker and thicker, but we don't want that female arch that we usually get when we pluck our eyebrows. So we're gonna make them more straight by making some hair-like movements, short strokes along our eyebrows. And now I can tell that I need it even more straight, so I fill that in with my pencil. Try to keep the brow pretty natural, so don't fill it in too much in the middle. We don't want that boxy makeup look. You can always go in with another pencil or a shade just to make it more natural with two different tones. When you feel like you've achieved that natural look, you go on with brow set gel, just to make them bushy and hold that way the entire day. Now we're gonna do some contouring, and we start with our cheekbones. Feel with your finger where your cheekbone ends, and that's where you're gonna put your shadow. I like to use a cream foundation 2 shades darker than my own skin to do contouring. This is because it's easy to blend, but also easy to use. And you always need a little bit less of product than you might think that you need, so start with just a little bit and add onto it. Then I go over to my forehead and I'm gonna make it appear a bit smaller, because I have a pretty big forehead. So I add some shadow on the top of the forehead, but also on the sides to make it more narrow. And also, don't forget to actually contour your neck. And also, females don't have an Adam's apple that male characters do, so you might want to add shadow around there as well. And then when you feel like you've achieved the look you want, you just repeat on the other side of your face. And as I said in the beginning, try to keep the shadows pretty angular and boxy rather than soft. Now we're gonna start with the nose, and I want it a bit more full and a bit more wide than my usual nose. So I add some shadow along my nose bridge and along my nose wings, as well as I put some shadow into the folds next to my nose. Putting shadow into the folds next to your nose is also gonna make you appear a bit older than you actually are. Then you add a lot of shadow on the side of your nose bridge, and this is gonna make the nose appear more wide. And then when you feel like you've achieved the look, you just repeat on the other side of your nose. And now, before we continue, don't forget to add a little bit of shadow on your chin. This can do a lot for your overall look. Now we're gonna work on our eyes. They should appear a bit more narrow, but also deep set. So by using a light brown eyeshadow to simulate the depth and make them a bit closer to each other, you can work your way across the lid. You can also go for a bit of a cool, tired look by putting a bit of red and dark brown underneath your eyes. And now we go on to highlighting. I use a white eyeshadow because I'm pasty and work its way across my nose bridge and nose wings. And then I work my way on top of my eyebrows, but also in the middle of my forehead. And then I work quite a bit on my chin to make it longer and thicker. And after that, I go on to my cheekbones. Also here, try to add the highlight in a bit of a boxy movement and not a soft one. So you try to keep working with straight angles. And then it's on to our jawline. We want it very prominent. We want it to stick out, so use a lot of your highlighter here. And now we can actually do some details if we want with a smaller fluffy brush. So I try to do a little bit of depth in my chin, and then I add some frowning wrinkles in between my eyebrows. I also try to shadow and highlight right above my lip to make it appear more wide. And then by using a concealer pencil, I try to narrow down my lips as well. So I try to take away some of its fullness by working my way with simple motions across my cupid's bow and also on the sides of my lower lip. If you want it a bit more rough, you can take your stipple brush and add some red coloration to your cheeks, and this will actually simulate a bit of a sunburn. And now I feel that it's time to put on my wig. So by doing this, you would probably achieve a bit of a young male, androgynous look. But if you want your character to be even more masculine or, you know, more of a character, you can also add some more details. For example, you can use a stipple sponge and add some more of your contouring along the jawline to simulate a stubble. Depending on what color your wig or your hair is, you can of course use different colors for the stubble. Also, you can add some scarring and imperfections by, for example, using your concealer pen and drawing a line that you later fill in with a light pink or maybe even some dark brown. And with that said, I think we might be done. I hope you like it, and I hope you might get to use it for your next cosplay or for your everyday look. Please tell me if there's something else you would like to know, and I'll answer in the comments. Thank you for watching! Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos.